Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Yeah, he was on a mission there in the first half, just trying to get into the lane every time possible.
Aggressive attacking basketball at its very best.
Beverly, the pass to Harden. Count the basket and the foul. That one on Rose.
Well, James Harden, clearly one of the most potent offensive threats in the game. Can do it all. Pass, shoot with range, get to the rim. He led the league in free throw attempts last season with over 10 a game.
And Clark, you mentioned Harden, great at drawing fouls. He stays low, he holds the ball low, and when he brings it up, if the defender reaches, he just guides his arms up under theirs to draw the contact. It's a very clever move.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of players over the years do it. Kevin Durant has done it. Tim Duncan before that. Going way back, Sam Perkins used to make that move. It's really a tricky play, and it's tough to guard, but when you perfect it offensively, it's really a weapon.
And Butler, here we go. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And Ashik kicks to Beverly. Dishes it to Ashik. Now the feed to Beverly. Harden against Butler. A second chance effort. But they get it back. Here's Howard.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Here's Rose.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Rockets trail by 7.
You know, in one of the more compelling postseason stories, the question about when the Bulls would bring Derrick Rose back just continued to hover around the playoffs. Ultimately, just never happened.
No problems knocking that one down. And that's 17 points for James Harden.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot, but if they do, I think you're right, Clark, particularly if they can convert deep.
Oh, man!
Already shaking. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary for him.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
Rose attacking. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Rose has got 21 in the game.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time, but if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Stolen by Noah. Fast break, here they come. And Rose throws it down hard.
Boy, the kind of moment you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof.
Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities, that's what it's all about.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Harden dishes to Beverly. Parsons outside. Pass to Beverly. Beyond the arc. They get it back. He passes to Ashik. Gets the bucket. Ashik's got 4 this quarter. Chicago leading by 6. Rose attacking. Back to Gibson. Comes up empty down low. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Parsons. Blocked. And he recovers it. He dishes it to Howard. There's the pass to Beverly. And some nice passing there by Houston. 5 on the clock. Goes back up. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 19 points for James Harden.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Here's Rose, rejected by Beverly. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Feeds it to Beverly. There's the dish to Harden. And the three ball is good. Now just a 1-point Chicago lead.
Good job creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Well, guys, it was a tremendous all-star season for James Harden a year ago. LeBron James declared Harden a superstar. No small praise from probably the best player in the world right now. And I think people are coming around to accepting that Harden really is a superstar player.
And for Harden, signing a 5-year, $80 million extension with the Rockets last season, the Thunder felt they just couldn't afford to pay him that much with the luxury tax penalties looming ahead.
Well, they already had max players in Westbrook and Durant, so they didn't feel going forward that they could have 3 max guys. So Harden moves on to Houston. Turned out to be an excellent move for the Rockets. He played awfully well last year.
Chicago leading by 3. Dunleavy kicks to Butler. He feeds it to Rose. Takes the 3. And again, no good by Chicago.
Excellent challenge. He had a hand right in his face as he took that shot.
Yeah, you could see the hitch in his release because of it. It was fantastic defense.
And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
The kick out to Rose. Pass to Butler. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Bulls making a change here. Heinrich's checked in. And Augustine kicks to Heinrich. Pass to Boozer. Dishes to Augustine. Here's Butler. Poked loose.
Everybody regards Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau as a defensive mastermind, and the numbers back it up again. The Bulls were near the top in every major defensive category. Protected the paint, limited fast breaks, and made sure to challenge any shot they went up.
Well, the number one priority for a defense when you face this guy is to keep him getting anywhere from the basket because he's just so strong as a finisher.
And I don't think we can talk about him without also mentioning his tendency to just erupt and string together a bunch of baskets in a row in a real short period of time.
And the Bulls, Steve, 5th in defensive efficiency last season.
And Thibodeau, knowing him, he's probably unhappy with that ranking. This team is so disciplined and hardworking. They always have a chance to be the best defense in the league. Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, if you're in a fight to get into the playoffs out west like the Rockets were last season, you have to make sure you get every win you can when you play against the Eastern Conference. Their success against the Eastern Conference was a big part of how they squeezed that 8th seed.
Well, Clark, you were talking about the Rockets against the East, a record of 21-9 against the conference. And, Steve, it was one of the better marks in the West.
Yeah, it was the same win total as the Clippers and Thunder, who both won their divisions. So only the Spurs and Grizzlies did better in that regard. And the Rockets were full of scoring potential and I think just happened to catch teams in the East off guard a little bit.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
Boozer passes to Heinrich. Here's Beverly. Kicks it out to Jones. There's the feed to Parsons. There's the triple. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And we wrap up the 3rd and looking to be an exciting 4th quarter. And we'll be back right after this.